Prabhu, yes, you're good to start.
Okay, Prabhuji. Boo, my video is working, not working, but hopefully I'll connect with my cell phone. Uh, so I'm connecting to my computer, but for some reason it's not being. Let's start, Prabhu. Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srupad. Om Agni Gdananjana Salakaya Chaksulmuntam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurudev Nama Sri Chaitanya Manobistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurum Sri Yud Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Saragatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitamscha Savajivam Sadavaitam Savadutam Parijan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakam हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यस्य कृपा सिंधु भवे च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
everyone.
everyone.
I'm just trying to join. Why? Video. Okay. Hopefully, you guys can see me.
Yes, Prabhu, it's working.
Once
Thank you.
again, thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Supad. Because I have no qualification to speak anything on Bhagavatam because of mercy and prayers from all of you. And of course, Guru Maharaj and Prabhupada, I will try to speak something. And today's topic is, to me, I feel it's a very heavy topic to speak on glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. It's very difficult for the person who has not even read one complete canto yet. I'm still reading, trying to read with inspiration from Vamsidhari Prabhu. I know even today, for so many years, he follows up with me at least once a quarter how I'm doing on reading Bhagavatam. So I'm very thankful and grateful to Vamsidhari Prabhu, who always been inspiring me to spend good time on reading Bhagavatam. Uh, so please pray for me, encourage me, empower me so I can speak something meaningful that is helpful to myself as well as all of you. So Hare Krishna. Uh, means when think of Bhagavatam, of course I had no idea what Bhagavatam was until just a couple of years ago. That much ignorant I am about Bhagavatam itself. But I'll try to speak whatever I've heard from some of you during last couple of days, and also from my Guru Maharaj and other people. Uh, and as most of you know, Bhagavatam was written by Sri Ved Vyas, and he was instructed to write something by his Guru Maharaj Narad Muni, and I found it very interesting. Ved Vyas wrote so many, I mean, Vedas and Puranas, and means that has so much knowledge. That is not possible for anyone in this world to even remember. Forget about remember. Just to remember even 0.00% of what he has written in Vedas and Puranas and Upanishad. And he was still not satisfied, and he asked his Guru Maharaj what he should do. And his Guru Maharaj instructed that you are not satisfied because you have not written about the glories of the Supreme Person of Godhead, Krishna, and all his pastime. And that is what compelled him to write about it. And it is so fascinating that he has taken knowledge from all the different Vedas, Puranas, Upanishad, and from different yugas and different universe, and put into one sets of uh, scripture, Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's what always fascinated me, and I wonder that how come I did not knew anything about it until I just came to here to US, especially in Naperville. Before that, of course, my mother and my grandmother, they always read Bhagavatam at home. So I have heard story. Of course, at that time I did not know they were reading Bhagavatam. But that when I think about it, that I grown up in a very religious family in India. Both my parents and my grandparents, they're all in Pushti Margiya Sampradaya. And still I had not much knowledge about Srimad Bhagavatam and importance of it. And so I feel very, very sad for myself and many other people who I know had no knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatam and who is Krishna and things like that. So I'm I feel like we all have a responsibility to pass this knowledge and information to everyone possible, because over the years, through Prabhupada books and Prabhupada lecture, I have only realized that there is nothing more important than knowing who we are and our connection to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Without that, no matter what we do, it's everything is going to be incomplete and not satisfying, and it will be suffering throughout our life for no reason. And also I sometimes feel so sad about that how much coming from India, coming from India, and where a lot of this spiritual uh, advancement and knowledge and vastness is there, and still I and many other who I know had no idea about anything, or in terms of religion or spirituality, or what is our purpose of this life. And I keep wondering, for so many years and years, I was atheist at one point in life. I was anti-Krishna at one point in life, and I have gone through so many uh, challenges, spiritual challenges in my life. And I see a lot of other people I know has gone through same challenges, and still we are looking for answer somewhere else. And answer was within our own scripture, within our own religious tradition and practice, that I did not really came to realize until I started meeting Prabhupada's disciples and reading Prabhupada's book. So I feel that so much is Prabhupada has given us. Of course, all the acharyas in our parampara has given us, and not, I would say, millions and billions of people don't know about this. So I get very happy and excited when book distribution team all over the ISKCON worldwide network, they distribute books, because that is how I joined ISKCON. And Bhagavatam is basically is a nectar of all those books combined. And we just recently celebrate Bhadra Purnima, the day when Srimad Bhagavatam was written and gifted to all of us. So I feel in that way, I feel very happy that we have something now that we can. We always had something, but at least I feel that way. We have something now. I know that we can give to someone. So I feel very inspired by all the devotees who take part in a book distribution team and try to distribute Bhagavatam and all the Prabhupada's book and other books they do. And the glories of Bhagavatam is such that when you read, you will find so many interesting stories and facts about Lord Krishna, his pastime, his devotees' pastime, and his. Just one second, Hare Krishna. Yes, give it to you when I come back. You come back, okay? Sorry, my son Prime Krishna wanted something from me. Kisu, can you close the door? Okay, sorry about that. So what I was saying, that Bhagavatam has so much to give, and so many different stories for all groups of people, including from children all the way to seniors, including from people atheists all the way to who are very spiritually advanced. And it is 18,000 sloka are given. So much information and knowledge that is given in all those slokas. And the main thing that I love about Srimad Bhagavatam is all the different inspiring stories that we hear, that has like Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruv Maharaj, and many more. that they had gone through so much in their life, and at such a young age, and still they had not given up on their faith, their love, and their devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And 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 I think this is the scripture that if you want to realize what is the Suddha Prema Bhakti, uh, then this is the scripture. Of course, Prabhupada books also talks about all of those things in the different books, but this is one scripture that you can learn so many things, and not just for the spiritual advancement, even for the material advancement, you can learn so many things. It talks about so many different field of science and medicine and different things as well. So every time I have read even any one chapter or sloka of Srimad Bhagavatam, it's full of so much knowledge and information that every sentence I find it applies to me or is useful to me in so many different ways. And I can't thank Srila Prabhupada for writing this in such a simple language for all of us, for the whole mankind. And I feel like I should try my best to give this, to spread this knowledge and this all this scriptures to as many people as I can. So I'd say I also request all of your prayer and blessing that I can do a little bit of it. I'm not very good at book distribution, but hopefully with all of your prayers and blessing, I can do that one day. Other thing about Srimad Bhagavatam is I have learned through hearing from other devotees is that is its Bhagavatam is non-different than Krishna, and what I feel like what a blessed and lucky I am to have Bhagavatam at my home. So at least I can touch it, I can feel it, I can read it, I can see it. I feel once I heard that, I feel like Krishna is with me, every day of my life, every moment of my life. So I keep Bhagavatam. Again, this is all inspiration from Vamsidhari Prabhu. I keep Bhagavatam in almost all of my rooms, so that at least I can see them and I read them. I try to read them every night to both of my son Prem Kisan in many cases, and they also feel so happy and eager to read to hear me every night. Sometime I cannot read to them because I'm late or I'm out of town, and they will miss it, and they say who's going to read it. So I will try to read from wherever I am through a phone call or WhatsApp call. But it was very interesting to me to find out that they are interested, and this is for 5 years now we have been doing that. Of course, I can't read every day, every night, but they are very eager, anxious to hear about it. Just Bhagavatam. So it has so much for everyone, and I think if one reads one chapter or one page, then I think they will not be able to give up reading on it. That's how attractive it is. I find it. There is so much more to say about Srimad Bhagavatam, but like I said, I don't know everything. There are so many uh, powerful slokas are there, and I'm very weak with Sanskrit reading and speaking, unfortunately. So I request all of your prayers and blessing that you can pray for me, so I will be one day able to read and pronounce Sanskrit sloka very well. Uh, with that, I will open up for a lot of other devotees here on the call. Please share your knowledge, your comments, and anything else you can add to the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam today.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you very much. I know it was a short time for you when I
No, Prabhu, it was not. Lakshmikant Prabhu told me, but I totally forgot until I saw your message. But thank you for reminding, Prabhu.
no worries, Prabhu. It's my responsibility. Thank you very much. And you touch on very contemporary examples of Bhagavatam that really I liked up about that. Srila Prabhupada has strategically addressed this, in his purpose that it attracts everyone, anyone and everyone. Especially the point on it's more on science, and it attracts many people from academia and many professionals, because none of the thing is talking about consciousness. This is the only thing which is talking about consciousness. As we mature, the artificial consciousness, mission consciousness are coming, and that's also attracting, something from towards modern technology. Connection between ancient writings of these Vedic scriptures and modern technologies. That's another thing that's attracting young people and other thing. So what to speak about Srila Prabhupada's mercy, especially on the today is a very special day of Srila Prabhupada's arrival to the US on this day. Thank you very much, Prabhu, for bringing those wonderful points.
Thank you, Prabhu. Anybody else? Haridwani Prabhu, Manjila Mataji, Panurang Gopal Prabhu. And I think I have Radha Kunjai Prabhu as well. Thank you very much, Prabhu. And Sunila Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Um, what I liked most of the class was how you made it very personal. You just shared your
Camera
appreciation,
se.
yeah, your appreciation of
Camera.
Srimad Bhagavatam, and then
Camera
how,
taru se.
yeah. So it was great.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Prabhuji, yeah, I would definitely agree with Haridwani Prabhuji, because I thought the same. You spoke from your heart and about your personal experience and how you actually came to Srimad Bhagavatam. The history of like your journey of how you came to Srimad Bhagavatam. That was very beautiful, and I agree. Many people in India, especially as what you said, they believe that they're following some spiritual journey, but have no idea about Srimad Bhagavatam, or what that what is even sometimes different between Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So it's very important to have this. And I'm very grateful to Tumsi Hari Prabhu and the whole books distribution team in our Miss Naperville for distributing these books, because I've as you said, your grandmother and your mother and everyone was always reading Srimad Bhagavatam, but then you still didn't know what that really meant. And I would say the similar for my story too. In that case, I was raised with reading Bhagavatam, but it's not Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavatam. Like Murari Bapu's and Dongre Maharaj's Bhagavatam. So I would always read with my parents, or same thing as what you're saying, like my dad would read and my mom would be cooking and we'd be listening, me and my sister. So it's very important. I think that's very important what you do with that every night. Your kids are enthusiastic to hear about Srimad Bhagavatam. That's very important, especially to build and inculcate that information within the children who are growing up, who are going to be our future. So thank you for sharing all the personal experiences, Prabhu. That was really connecting. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Panurang Gopal Prabhu, Ravi Prabhu, sorry, Radha Kunjari Prabhu, and
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. I got Srila Prabhupada. Prabhuji, you took my name, so I'm coming on.
yes, Prabhu.
And,
Sorry,
I joined a little late, so you were actually concluding when I joined.
Okay.
However, I could catch a few glimpses of whatever you were saying, and then through the comments of others. Yes, one time you personally shared with me how you came in touch with Srila Prabhupada's books, and how for like 48 hours on the train journey or something like that, you not stop reading, and then went back for more books. That particular discussion with you was very inspirational for me.
Thank you.
Every one of us have different journeys, different impacts, but what you said, is like it's a very personal experience and very profound one. Thank you so much for sharing that. And thank you for everything that you do for our community.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Sundila Mataji, you want to say anything about Bhagavatam or anything I may have missed so far for my knowledge and my information? I know you have so much knowledge, and I know you so much. You're part of so many reading groups and different things. I know you do. So Pandurang Gopal Prabhu, how about you?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, you're making me speak.
Yes, Prabhu, because I know you have so much nectar, you hardly share, Prabhu.
Prabhu. No, I joined really late, so I just I heard last few minutes of your
Yeah, Prabhu, yeah. We're talking
sharing.
about the glories of Bhagavatam only, Prabhu. So there is no special sloka today. But yeah.
Okay, yeah, Prabhu. As you said, I know you connected Bhagavatam very personally. Whatever you mentioned, Bhagavatam has place for everybody. It doesn't matter whether you are Gnani, Yogi, whatever we call. As you said, from child to even the old person can relish the Bhagavatam. Doesn't matter whatever the mood they have, or consciousness they have. It is like Bhagavad Gita in action. People who Bhagavad Gita, it just gives instructions, right? It doesn't tell you how to do it. It just gives you formulas. It doesn't let you know how to apply those formulas. And Bhagavatam is in Bhagavad Gita in action. It gives you examples. How do we live our life? So actually, if I see a lot of devotees, there's a lot of Bhagavatam in their lives. Actually, we don't understand. That's it. We always feel differently. But every devotee's life is a Bhagavatam, because we are centered around Krishna, Supreme Lord. Bhagavatam is exactly the same. It is centered around the Supreme Lord. Hari. So the glories of Bhagavatam is not something easily done by anybody. Even Ananta Shesha is not able to do it with thousands of tongues and hoods, right? So who we are very tiny, I think, in this world. But the power of this living entity is to glorify whatever they understand in Bhagavatam. And even that one comes from the Lord. It's not something we get it. Bhakta smritir gnanam apohanam cha, right? So when we hear Bhagavatam or when we read Bhagavatam, it's not that something we are doing it. It is something the mercy of the Lord. Because of that, we are able to even glorify, or we are able to read. So in that sense, I would say whoever is in contact with Bhagavatam are most fortunate. Most fortunate, because it is not easy for everybody to come in contact. But at the same time, we should not have proud that came in contact.
Okay.
I can do this, I can do that. I can distribute this, I can distribute that. So Prabhupada is very, very, very clear on that, right? It's not that you are doing it. Krishna is allowing you to do it. It smashes your ego left and right?
Yes.
When I used to do distribution, I used to feel, oh, I did one today. So then when I heard that one, so it's very, very, very nice to hear sometimes to get smashed our ego. Bhagavatam is one thing which smashes our ego, which gives us a path forward in our life, whatever the situation says. So that is the glory of Bhagavatam. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, right? And this is not something coming out of nowhere. Sukhamukhad Amrita Davya Samyuktam, right? It is a nectar mixed with Dravya Samyuktam, from the mouth of Sukadeva Goswami. So amazing, right?
Yes.
So Bhagavatam is something very close to my heart. I think Manjil Mataji was sharing, right? His father used to recite. Same situation in my life too. Saturday, Sunday, my father used to work in central government, so he used to have holiday. So Saturday, Sunday afternoon is his ritual to read Bhagavatam. Not the one what Prabhupada at that time, I don't think we even know about this Prabhupada Bhagavatam. We used to have from Acharya Potana Machas Bhagavatam. So we used to read. And so fortunate, my generation, we have this in my academics. I don't know how many of you know or read. Bhagavatam is part of my school academics. Until my 10th grade, I used to have every year there is a chapter. 1 year Gajendra Moksha, 1 year Bali Maharaj, 1 year Dhruv Maharaj. Like this, there are particular slokas they used to recite. So it was a part of our life, even part of our studies. So I feel so fortunate, my generation, whoever is in that. I don't know about the new generations. I don't think they have that in academics. So we were embedded with those values, the taste. So in that way, I feel fortunate, and I feel fortunate to be in association of all these people, devotees. So Bhagavatam is so beautiful, Prabhuji. If we relish it, I would relish it in my own language. That is more nectarian.
Yes.
If you don't know Sanskrit, honestly, our native language gives us more power to understand.
Yes, Prabhu, definitely.
More power to understand. So don't miss that. In English, a lot of translation is we are lost in translation.
Correct. Because words doesn't have that strong.
Yeah.
Very strong. Yeah.
If you know Sanskrit, na, oh my gosh, you can relish like anything. You can relish like anything. So, Prabhu, I can stop here.
No, thank you. I know, Prabhu. I know you have so much information, knowledge. I
have only information.
No. Thank you. And same thing with thank you for everybody in the Manjila Mataji, Sunila Mataji, Radha Kunbhai Prabhu, Haridwani Prabhu, and Satyasuta Prabhu. You all are so much knowledgeable, and that's why I wanted you to say something so I can learn something from all of you. Otherwise, my knowledge field is very, very zero, almost close to zero on Bhagavatam. So once again, thank you very much. It's already 8 a.m. for joining and giving your time and associating through Zoom with me as well and sharing glories of Srimad Bhagavatam with me. Thank you very much. Please forgive me if I have said something that was not right or meaningful. And please pray for me that I can continue my sadhana and bhakti very nicely and serve all the devotees nicely. With that, Srimad Grantaraj Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Vedyas ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vancha kalparupyasya kripa sindhu bhaveja patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo anandakoti vaishnavinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you very much, Prabhu.